Community College in Kansas. Then I get a job at a junior college while he's there. Then I get a job at the University of Nevada. And he calls me. He's like, hey, I got this guy that I think can help me. I say, okay, being the type of relationship that we have, I know he knows talent. So I look at the kid, watch my film, good, tall, lanky kid, throw the ball. I say, hey, well, we'll give him a shot. I bring him to our offensive coordinator, bring him to the head coach. We get it passed. We bring that young man to the University of Nevada, from Australia to Florida to Dodge City, Kansas, to the Reno, Nevada. And that's how he and I met. It's all about relationships. It's all about relationships. So you got some good relationships, you have some bad relationships. And I'm just going to tell you, sometimes it's tough to tell the difference between the two, especially when you first begin. I'm going to talk to you guys about a couple of words. Commitment, discipline, leadership, and manhood. Those 4 words. I'm going to talk to you about those 4 words. Some of you guys came in because your parents paid for you to be here. Some of you guys based on the league. Other you guys work and get the money so you can be here. But you're all here. Stop forming those relationships, because you're going to be reading about some of these guys, and some of these guys around this camp are going to be reading about you. And it's all about relationships. How many of you guys woke up to alarm this morning? How many of you guys woke up to your parents waking you up? That's a doggone shame. Mom, Dad, that's your fault. You know how I wake up every morning? Put it this way. You know how my alarm wakes up every morning? I wake it up. I get up, oh, set to 7:30, oh, I beat my alarm up because I'm so excited about life. I'm so excited about the opportunity to be here and work with you young people. It was taken away from me at one time. It was taken away because that's what they wanted to do. I was working at a place called LSU, Louisiana State University. They made $84 million in revenue last year. $84 million in revenue. I was making a little over $200,000. The head coach was making about $4 million. Offense coordinator making $600,000. Defense coordinator making. So my little bit of money that I thought was a lot was really nothing. And my value to them was really nothing. Young men, no one in this world cares about you other than the people that are sitting in the back of this room. I'm just telling you. I'm going to talk about that a little more later when I get into the manhood section. I'm going to talk right now about commitment and promise. Can anyone tell me the meaning of promise? Anyone? All right, how about this? Tell me the difference between a commitment and a promise. Can anyone tell me that? Go ahead, Hart. You can break a promise, but you can't break a commitment. Pretty good. You're on the right track. Anyone else? All right, how about this? A promise is something that you say you're going to do. Mom, as soon as the season's over, I promise I'll take up the trash. I'm almost done with this game. I got 1 minute to finish this phone call. Hey, I got this text going on. I promise I'll be done. I'll do it when I'm done. That's a promise. A commitment are those things you are willing to do, that you will do. The way I like to break it down is this way. Promise is something that you say you do. Commitment is something that you will do. All right, now, check this out. Intentions minus actions is squat. That means absolutely nothing to me. All your plans. So you're intending to take out the garbage, to make your bed, to do the dishes, whatever you intend to do, if it's not followed by actions, that means nothing. It means nothing to me, it means nothing to your coach, it means nothing to your parents, it means nothing in this world. Now, vice versa, your intentions followed by actions, that equals will. The will to do something. I know, I think the coach yesterday came up and told me, he asked all you guys, how many of you guys want to play college football? All you guys put your hand up, right? We all want to play college football. But are you willing to put in the work to play college football? Are you willing to put in the work? Are you willing to beat your alarm clock up in the morning? Are you willing to go through that extra set of push-ups and sit-ups before you go to school? Are you willing to be the first one in the weight room? Are you willing to be the last one on the football field? Are you willing to put in the work to be great? Greatness doesn't just happen. Michael Jordan doesn't just wake up and become great. He was cut from his high school team his sophomore year. His rookie in the NBA, he averaged about 23, 24 points. It wasn't until he was hurt and he broke his foot that he learned how to shoot outside in three-pointers and develop his game. He was willing to put in the work. And sometimes something bad has to happen to you to put you in a position to put in that work to better yourself. And that takes me to the next word. Who knows the root word? You guys heard the word testimony? You heard the word testimony. What's the root word for testimony? It's a test. Test is a root word for testimony. A testimony is the story that you can tell about an experience that you've been through. That experience that you've been through is your test. So you cannot have a testimony about what you've been through and where you're going unless you go through the what? Test. Unless you go through the test. That test is what's going to define you when you get to where you're going. That journey, the obstacles that you got to go over, the hurdles that you got to jump, the things you got to go around, the walls you got to bust through. That's your test. And that's what's going to define you. I got a guy that I work with, that I recruited. Book a guy, a good friend of mine, 10, 12 years. I'm at LSU and I'm recruiting this kid who, Hakeem Hicks is from Sacramento, with the Del Campo High School. Ended up going to Sac City, where a good buddy of mine, Booker, was. Once I found out my buddy, a guy I have a great relationship with, was at that school, I went into Sac and said, oh, we got this kid Hicks. Well, what do you mean? Well, you got this school. I said, it doesn't matter. My boys did, and he'll deliver. Because of the relationship that I know I had with that person, who I knew that I would do the best and have the best interest in that for that kid, and I would see him through. That's the type of relationship that we have. So you want to talk about a testimony and going through a test. Here's a kid coming from Sacramento, California, down in the bayou at LSU. He gets down there to take classes early so he can finish up his AA degree. He finds a place to stay. He finds transportation around, and then the school deems him ineligible. Because all the work that he did on his own, his journey. Well, no, you were staying with this person. You weren't supposed to stay here. You weren't supposed to. But they weren't there to help him. So he went into survival mode, found a way to make it happen. Got his AA degree, got the highest grade he's ever met in math, ever. Did his work that was ready to go, was on the depth chart to be the starter at LSU. You guys, the draft, that big dude that you got drafted in the first round, was not the Brooks or whatever. He would not even seen the field if King was there. But they deemed him ineligible. He has to leave LSU after the team that won the national championship, SEC championship. He had to leave there. Get kicked out, basically. He goes to freaking Denver, Colorado, lives with his sister, works at DirecTV, but it's 4 months trying to earn money. Then gets connected with a college up in Canada. Goes to Canada from Denver. Plays 2 years there. Gets invited to the UFL, Canadian League. He's like, no, I want to get my degree, so he stays in school. Then gets connected with a good agent, good mentor. They get him in the East-West Shrine game. He gets invited to the combine. And then he gets drafted in the 3rd round. You're talking about a test. You're talking about a testimony. You're talking about his journey. And they had told you to get to his dream. Now, anyone, when it's easy, it's easy. Anyone can do the easy one. How many of you guys would have given up during the time when you're at 42 below degree weather in Canada, and you used to be in Sacramento, California? How many of you guys would have given up? He got hurt his ankle, hurt his knee, broke his hand. All these obstacles, all these excuses to give up. But he didn't. That's the testimony. He went through his test. He went through his wilderness and came out on top. Just last week, he was out there talking to his high school and his junior college, talking about his testimony, his journey. Just signed a 4-year deal for $2.63 million. Got $540,000 up front. Are you willing to put in the work? Hakeem was willing to put in the work. That's the testimony. Let's talk about discipline. Anyone know the root word discipline? Disciple. The root word of discipline is disciple. So the first time you hear the word, first thing you think about is discipline is what? You're being disciplined, you're being punished, you're being spanked. That's not it. If you're being disciplined and you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, you don't have to worry about the punishment. The punishment comes when you're not being disciplined. Let me give you the definition of discipline. We already know the root word. Let me give you the definition of discipline. The goal of any disciplinary action should be to correct, to change a behavior, to train a person. Again, I'll say it again. To teach, to train, to change a behavior. Why do your parents want you to make your bed every morning? Anyway. You gotta know. How many guys you make your bed this morning, Joe? Why do you make your bed? So it doesn't look like a mess. That's what your mother tells you. Very good. Because this is what happens. A man's defined about how big his house is. Women define themselves by how clean the house is. Yeah. Tell them. I can tell you. I got 2,800 square feet. I got a pool in the backyard. I got about 8 feet. I can tell you how big my house is. Your mom can tell you how clean the house is. Or it's not. And she walks in, it's not clean, what happens? She starts cleaning, she starts getting on your butt, you walk in the house, everyone has their monster room. Right? So listen, why do you make your bed every morning? This is discipline. You guys think your parents just want the room to look clean. Yeah. You guys just think your parents are mad at you. But no, they are setting you up today for the rest of your life. Because if you create and start that discipline every morning, and you do it every morning, you're going to do it every morning. And it starts with just making your bed. But it grows to everything else. Like when you come home, instead of coming home and going outside to play, come home and get your homework done. When you get up in the morning, make your bed. Make sure you read before you go to bed. All these things. Your discipline is about your habits. Because your habits are stuff that you repeatedly do. That's what discipline is. We want to teach you, train you, change your behavior. So if you're doing something wrong, we want to try to change that to make sure you're doing it right. We're trying to prevent the punishment that you're going to see down the line. I'll never forget it. I was recruiting a kid, and he was laughing about one time when his dad was punishing him, and he took out an extension cord from him, and his younger brother called the cops, and the cops came and said, hey, we hit the service that, so there's a kid crying and screaming this and that, and dad came to the door with the extension cord and said, yeah, if I hit you with this, you'll be screaming too. We laughed about it, it was funny. But then the dad said, I'd rather discipline and punish my kid here than have you guys go take him in handcuffs. So, what your parents are taking you through now is trying to prevent you from the stuff that you may see later. We're trying to save your life. You don't get it now, but that's what we're trying to do as parents. We are trying to save your life. Stop. Look both ways. Don't cross that street. Don't do that. Don't do drugs. Be aware. Hey, be careful of that person there. I don't trust them. All we're trying to do is save your life. Prevent you from the heartache that we've already seen because we've been there. How many of you guys have heard that before? I've seen what you're trying to go through. Yeah. That's an experienced person that went through an experience trying to stop you from going through the same experience that they went through. Because a wise person learns from others' mistakes. A fool, you know what a fool is? A fool is someone that has to learn from their own mistakes. We're trying to prevent you from being a fool as parents. Leadership. We got quarterbacks, running back, receivers in this room. Quarterbacks are deemed to be the leader of the offense. That Mike Baggins or safety deemed to be the leader of the defense. Coaches are leader of the program. Yeah. Leadership. There's two types of leaders. Two types of ways to lead. One type is by power. Do it because I said so. U.S. Do it or we'll bomb you. Parent or coach. Do it or you got up there. That's power. We're just ruling by an iron fist. You're going to do it because of that. No. Then there's another way. Leading by authority. When I was at the University of Washington back in '91, we had a quarterback named Mark Brunell. Rose Bowl MVP 1990. Beat Ike. Lefty. We go through spring practice. He blows out his knee in spring practice because some walk-on was trying to be a hero, rolls into his knee. But his leadership never changed. He stuck with the backup quarterback. Billy Joe Holker won the national championship with a backup quarterback. You don't understand how good that team was in 1991. So we won the national championship with a backup quarterback, and Mark Brunell mentored this guy along the way. Came back, game 6, played a couple games, that type of stuff. But he was led by authority. Tony Dungy leads by authority. Quarterbacks, you got to learn to lead by authority. Every once in a while, you got to bring up the power. Receivers lead by authority. You got to understand that authority, the difference between power. Power is the ability to force or coerce someone to do your will, even though they really not want to do what you want to do. Authority, listen to this, the difference between authority and power. Authority, a skill of getting people to do what you need them to do to get to where we need to go. Leading by authority is a skill set. Leading by power, anyone can do it if you have power. But it only lasts for so long. So you got to understand the difference between leadership by authority and leadership by power. So you guys go in leadership positions, first thing, lead by example. Anyone can question what you say. They can't question what you do. Tim Tebow, as a freshman, going into the University of Florida, was the 5th on that team in power cleaning. Getting into something. He led by example. You guys see the commercial in the NFL Network. He's running to the sideline. He's never run. He goes again. No one runs the ball in this area but me. There's only one person. And everyone believed him. And they gave him the ball and he made it happen. He willed it to happen. Not because of what happened on that Sunday. It's because all the work that he put into it way back when. Way back when. That leads me to the story of David and Goliath. Everyone knows the story of David and Goliath, right? What's the story of David and Goliath? David took down the big giant. They was about to go his country. He was going to go to war with another country. And David was this giant of a man. Instead of killing all these people, I'll walk down. You get your best guy. I got my best guy. We'll go one-on-one. Whoever wants to go from there. Let's save all the bloodshed, all the killings and stuff like that. So the two kings agreed to. But on David's side of the country, no one wanted to step up to Goliath. Then David went to the king and said, hey, I'll take care of him. And the king laughed at him. So did all of David's brothers. Now let me ask you this. I talked about it earlier about going through trials, going through tests, going through your journey and all that type of stuff. And I told you guys, sometimes God puts you through things at this moment to prepare you for something that's going to happen down the line. Might be a week from now, might be a month from now, might be 10 years from now. What did David do as a for a living? He was a shepherd. He was a shepherd. He was a shepherd. How many of you guys know what a shepherd does? Besides herd sheep, you herd sheep, what else? Anyone know? He protects the sheep. How does he protect the sheep? With his staff and his what? Slingshot. He didn't have an AK-47. No. He had a staff and a slingshot. That's what he had to protect the sheep. So now what happens is this. Everyone thinks he's a shepherd, and God's preparing him to protect the sheep. But what was really God protecting him, teaching him, and preparing him to do? Beat Goliath. So what people don't realize, and it kills me when I hear coaches give that story, hey, we're the little school, we're playing against the big school, we're playing against those big guys, they got all those big guys who are overweight, and they give you that story, that David and Goliath story. We're going against the giants, and they say, where's the little... Well, what people fail to realize is this. The preparation that David went through for all those years as a shepherd was to prepare him for the one day he's going to face Goliath. And guess what? You guys go through that same thing. Whether it's a test, you might have a spelling test next week. You might have a math test next month. You might have to turn in a paper. All you're doing is preparing yourself through your journey to prepare yourself for that test. You guys know what success comes? You know what success happens? It happens when preparation meets opportunity. That's when success happens. So, David, who was a shepherd. But what people fail to realize is he was a marksman. He was the best thing in the country that he could hit things 100 yards away. You're talking about getting a zero. He could spin the thing, get the zero, get that rock up there and hit whatever he needed. He had to defend his sheep versus wolves, mountain lions, other people come to rob and steal. He needed staff to guide the sheep. So what he thought he was being prepared for to protect the sheep, God really had a bigger picture. And that was to protect his country and defeat Goliath that one day. I guarantee each and every one of you guys in here, your parents will attest to this now. You will have that test one day where you're doing one thing, you think it's for something, but it's really preparing you for something else down the line. It's going to happen. I'm just telling you. That's what manhood is for you young guys. Some of you guys are 8, 10 years old, you don't know what manhood is. Let me try to break it down to you. We got babyhood, we got boyhood, and we got manhood. Babyhood is when you're a baby. All babies do, they eat, sleep, and cry. That's all they do. That's it. And your parents knew what cry you had when you wanted to eat things. When you wet your pants, you had to go hungry, you had a little side-to-side nod, and you were hungry. When you were sleepy, you're up dancing. They knew each one of your cries. Now, babyhood lasts from birth to about 6 years old. Birth to about 6 years old. That's when you're crying because you want, whatever you cry, when you don't get what you want, you cry. You let the crocodile tears. Or you want something, you cry. That's what it is. Boyhood is about 7 to about 12 to 13 years old. That's boyhood. So we got some boyhood age guys in here, in this room. And now you don't cry anymore, but you whine. Parents, am I right? They whine. Now they whine. It's not the crying they whine. You never let me do anything. I just want to finish the game. I just want to go outside. Let me ask you this. How many of you guys work and help pay rent or mortgage at the house? That's awesome. How many of you guys work and actually help pay for the electricity so you can play Xbox and PlayStation? Let me ask you this one. Parents, let me get on you about this. How many of you guys work and help pay for your cell phone bill or insurance on your car that your parents let you drive? Same. 4. Now, parents, that's on you. I blame you for that. Because no matter how old they are, they can work around the house, they got to earn the keep. 12, 14 years old, 15. They're driving my car. My insurance went up $120 a month, so you can drive my car. You get a job. You're not going to take out the trash and finish the game. You know how we settle that at my house? I rent that thing out, I paid for it, I don't care. Go to my room, I'll play it. You guys know the structure. I can take it up there so I can practice it when I play the boiler. But seriously, that's boiler. Stop whining about stuff. Manhood, you got to man up. Because no one cares about your problems. There's a joke that goes around. When you talk about your problems, 80% of the people don't care, and the other 20% are glad you got it. No one in this world cares about it, but the people in the back of the room. What have you done for me lately? So, manhood. You want to talk about manhood? I started telling you about the story about me at LSU. Let me tell you a little bit about manhood. I was at a job, and I was the best in the business. I was the highest paid receiver coach in America. The highest paid. I was the #1 recruit in America. The #1. I did an interview before signing day with rivals because I was going to be deemed the #1 top recruit. Had 6 kids, 3 5-stars, 2 4-stars, 1 3-star. It was on. Did the interview. Woke up the next morning, get online and find the interview. It wasn't there. Someone else was there. Not only was it someone else, I had to go in the staff room. The dude that was sitting right to the left of me was the guy they named Recruiter of the Year. And I'm baffled. I'm trying to figure this out. Now, sitting across from me at the table is the recruiting coordinator who nominates the guys they're going to put. The guy next to me is the guy that won it, and the head coach is one more away from me. Now, all 3 of those guys worked together from at Oklahoma State. Came to LSU together, that boy, relationship stuff. And I'm sitting there like, what just happened? I just did an interview with rivals and scouts, and I'm going to be the #1 recruiter. Which, that's bargaining power. Well, coach, I'm the #1 recruit. I guess you guys, we need to renegotiate this contract. Contract's coming up. So, Nick Saban would love to have me in Alabama. University of Florida, I'm from Florida, Miami, So, took my bargaining power away that way, and then also hurt my pride. Then I find out what happened. I called I had a problem. Like, what happened? He said, well, your recruiting coordinator who sits right across the table from me, like this, said, oh, no, don't give it to Deacon, give it to Larry Porter. I was like, what? He said, yeah. One of the kids you got, he was committed to you guys so early, anyone could recruit him. So they gave him Chris Davenport, who was a 5-star kid, and we made him the recruiting coordinator. I was blown away. I was sitting in the staff meeting, and no one even said anything to me. They went, hey, this is what we're trying to do. We're trying to build him up. So they could have came to me, hey, we're trying to make Porter the recruiting coordinator. He's going to get a head job, and he's going to hire you as the offensive coordinator wherever he goes. I would have been good with that. But they didn't tell me that. They took my hard work, gave it to someone else, gave him the title. He gets a head job. A year later, I'm out of work. I turned down a job with the Denver Broncos because I was trying to be loyal to my head coach. Not taking care of my family thing. He said he's going to match whatever Denver gives me. It's a 3-year deal, $900,000. Turned it down so I could stay where it was at. Out of loyalty to a person that wasn't loyal to me. On top of that, that King Hicks did, I recruited him. So all the issues and problems that he went through, I went through. I picked him up from the airport. I gave him a ride to go get registered for summer school. He didn't have a ride to take his finals, so I gave him a ride to take his finals. And I lost my plus job. There's all over the ticker, ESPN, McCarthy receipts, McCarthy pays hits, all these things. Used the second cell phone to call recruits. I had 4 calls on my second cell phone. They had 3 staff members, 3,600 calls. Life isn't fair, and no one cares about you. I was making over $250,000 a year, had a big old house, family, everything was going big, kids going to private school, and they took it from me, just because they could. Now you want to talk about manhood? Try manning up to that. Try coming home to your wife and your 3 kids and saying, hey, I just lost the best job we've ever had. That life that we're living, we got to change. Hey, babe, that Gucci bag, and you're going to take that back. You want to open up a man's chest and see his heartbeat when he's going through adversity, going through his testimony? Fellas, my heart doesn't pump Kool-Aid. You want to know why a 5'6", 145-pound kid can walk down to the University of Washington the year we won the national championship and earn a starting spot? Because my heart doesn't pump Kool-Aid. I've been a man a long time. I've been paying for my insurance in the car that I drive. I've been paying for my cell phone bill. I've been helping out around the house. I've been helping parents with Christmas gifts, sacrificing my own Christmas gifts. Manhood. The whining has to stop. The crying has to stop. Young people, football for you guys, I guarantee you, will end one day. And as sooner than you think. It may be at the Part 1, it may be at the high school, you may go through college. Even if you go to the NFL, you spend 10 years there. When you're done, you're 32 years old, you can't collect the pension for another 30 years. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? Do you know 75% of the NFL players, after 3 years of being out of the league, are broke, on drugs, divorced, or in jail? 75% of those guys. Making all their money, living large, walking models. They're broke. They're divorced. They're in jail. They're on drugs. Some of them are committing suicide. Because they can't handle the manhood. They can't handle that real world. So though you may love football right now, and you enjoy it, I can tell you this. Football doesn't love you back. Football can care less about you because there's another you in a minute. Matter of fact, he'll be here in a minute. I'm just telling you. Football doesn't care about you. Football doesn't love you. And you'll learn this, man. Your relationships coming up. You're probably going to love that person more than they love you. But you still got to go through it. Your kids, when you guys, you're going to love your kids more than they love you. Because love's an action word. We get all caught up in this warm, fuzzy stuff. Oh, I love. No. Love's an action word. If you love me enough, make your bed. If you love me enough, go get the groceries off the car. If you love me enough, load the dishwasher. If you love me enough, get good grades. These are the things that your parents are telling you. Because every morning they go out to a job that they can't stand, working for a boss they don't like, and work with people that talk behind their back. So they just play the Xbox and PlayStation. So you can have AC when it's 90-something degrees. So they put gas in the car to get you to a camp. They do it for you because of the love that they have for you. How do you return that love? Don't do it verbally. Because remember what I said earlier, anyone can question what you say. But no one can ever question what you do. Good or bad. Good or bad. Last thing, how many of you guys have younger brothers? Whoa, okay, younger brothers, I got that. How many of you guys have younger sisters? All right, now, for those of you who have younger sisters and guys, your dads, you're not off the hook. For those of you who have younger sisters, you are your sister's first boyfriend. Dads, do you date your daughter? Dads, do you teach your daughters how they're supposed to be treated? Do you take them out? Do you open the door for them? Do you play dolls with them? Do you play makeup? Why not? I'm telling you this. If you don't teach them, there'll be a guy sitting on the turf, on the perch, waiting to show them how to be taught or how to be treated. So big brothers, that boyfriend that your younger sister has, that's a jerk that you don't like why is he with him? He's you. Because think about how you treat your little sister. Stay out of my room. Get away. No, I don't want to do that. I'm not going to dance. I don't want to play dolls. I don't want to play house. All these no's. So the first guy that tells her yes, guess what? He has it. What are you guys showing her? What are you teaching her? Dads, you too? You got to teach your daughters. I'm just telling you. Because if you don't, someone else will. That was that movie Ted. You guys probably seen in some of the commercials. And the little bears up there with 4 women, 4 girls. They're like, I just 4 dads up there. I just want to thank for being bad dads. How many of you guys have little brothers? You are their first heroes. They want to wear your shoes. They want to walk like you walk. They want to talk like you talk. They want to wear your clothes. They want to go watch you play your game. They want to go hear you sing in the choir. They go to your dance recital. They go to your band. All they want to do is be like you. That's it. You're the hero. And how do you treat them? How do you treat your little brother? Think about that. Don't do like I did. I have a little brother 4 years older than me. We were best friends until I turned 15 years old. Got my learning permit, got my driver's license, and I left it behind. I got into girls, driving, playing ball. I was done. You got to remember now, 14 years for him, 10 years of his life, it was just he and I. We would play football in the room, throw the ball up, catch it, play basketball in the back of the door. We did everything. We wrestled, we watched TV, we did everything together. Everything. And then one day, his boy was gone. Watch how this works. How many of you guys have buddies and friends that you love like a brother? That's bullcrap. How many of you guys have brothers that you love like a brother? You're lying. Listen, this is what happened to me. This is what happened. I have a brother that I wasn't loving like a brother, but I have my boys that I was loving like a brother. So I came home one day after going to college. I'm thinking I'm leading, being a leader, showing my was the first person to go to college in my family. Hey, do like I do, go to college, be good. I came home, and all my boys, we had a little pre-funk before we was going out. At my sister's house, I get out the shower, and my boys that I was loving like my brother, was with my brother, who I should have been loving like my brother, were lighting up. And I lost them. I'll never forget it. It's Roseville, we came home from prison. My boys that I love like my brother, I thought was guiding my brother, that I should have been loving like a brother, was supposed to be guiding in my actions. And they were guiding him the wrong way. And I came out of that shower and I came unglued. It was on. And that day, my brother, who I should have been loving like my brother, really realized that I loved him because I fought the dudes that were my boys that I was loving like my brother. He was just trying to be like my boys because I loved them so much. He wanted me to love him like I was loving them. And it was on. And it was that day that my brother really realized that I truly loved him. Though I wasn't showing him from action. Because I abandoned him. I left him behind. But we got got that all situated, got all straight. My brother's doing well. He's married with 3 kids. He's a branch manager at Chase Bank in Atlanta. He's doing well. Good Christian guy. He's doing well now. But I almost lost my brother, who I should have been loving like my brother, because I wasn't loving like my brother, because I was loving all my boys like I should have been loving him. So I say this. You're your younger brother's hero. You should be his best friend. You should be guiding him. Take an hour, take a half hour a day with him. How much trouble really is it? How much trouble? Sacrifice a half hour, an hour, your day to be with your little brother, who looks at you as his hero. And then I got this picture, you can't see, but it's his dad, big brothers, and his sons and little brothers, hero. It's your daughter's first love. I'm going to leave you with this one, Matthew 20:28. If you don't remember anything I said in the last 20 minutes, remember Matthew 20:28. And you can think of football players. Who's number 20? Barry Sanders, whoever. 28. Who's number 28? The running back up there, Minnesota, 80 all there. Matthew 20:28. Because even Jesus Christ, the Son of Man, was brought to this earth not to be served, but to serve others. And to pay the ultimate sacrifice. Your life as a man will never end. Your life of sacrificing for others, doing for others, serving for others, fellas, it's never going to end. It's never going to end. So don't look for it to end. Do your job. Your reward will come. I promise you. I got 19 guys that I coach personally in the NFL. I get to see them on every Sunday. I'm just as proud as those guys as the guys who aren't in the NFL. The ones who are teaching, coaching, doctors, lawyers, businessmen, dads, husbands. Be a champion in life, not just on the field. Be a champion in life. If you strive for that, if you strive to serve others, if you strive for those things, fellas, your reward will come. Not necessarily about you, but for those who you have served. That's what leadership is really about. Leadership is about serving those who you are leading. Quarterback, throwing the ball to the receivers, hand off to the running back, getting the lineman set up right. You're serving, giving information, working out with them. Receivers, make plays. Do what you got to do. Running back, protect the quarterback, pass protection. Get that yard when you need it. Men, serve your family. Serve your teammates. Serve your community. If you don't remember anything I said, last 20 minutes, Matthew 20:28. Because if you're serving others, you're not thinking about yourself. And your reward will come. I'm just telling you, it will. I shine every time someone gets on the NFL Network. Nate Rose was there last week. I shine every time freaking Brandon Moss gets on full football talk. So I haven't been coached since I was in college by DJ McCarthy. I've been in the league for 8 years. I haven't been coaching the league like I've been coaching college. You don't think that makes me feel good? Yeah, I don't think it is good. That's just true. That's me serving him and putting it into his life. Because what he's talking about, he's not talking about just on the field, but he's talking about in his life. He's married, he's a husband, he's trying to do right, he's trying to live right. All those things. I can tell you about a kid named Mike Crawford. You guys don't know anything about him. Played for me at the University of Nevada, had 2 years, transferred to TCU, played with Daytona. He's a dad. He's a husband. He's a teacher. He's a coach. I just spent 5 hours with him last week just talking about, hey, how's life? What's going on? I got a guy named Jim Rathman who was in the Special Forces overseas. I just want to talk. Hey, tell me about life. All I wanted to talk about was that time at Bethune-Cookman High School and that 3rd and 8 that he got. And how it influenced his life, how it encouraged him. Who are you encouraging today? I want to see you guys hit that field because you got to realize that may be the last time you hit the field. I want to see you guys hit that field. I want you to beat the heat that you're going to feel out there because it's going to be hot. Who cares? I want to see you guys encouraging each other. I saw something yesterday. People laughing at someone doing something wrong. That's not what it's about. This is a get better camp, not a be better camp. Get better. How can we get someone else better? How can I get better as a person, as a player? Young men, I'm going to leave you with this, because I know some of you guys have never heard this from a man before. Whoa! You've never heard this from a man before? And it's not your fault. Day in prisons, they gave out Mother's Day cards for free. They ran out, there was over 2,000 that went out. They did the same thing on Father's Day for fathers. There was only 7. And they started asking them, doing this survey, do you know that most people in prison, man, have never heard a man say, I love you? I care about you. I believe in you. I encourage you. You've had a man tell you that. So you have no excuses. I love you. I believe in you. I need you. I trust you. I encourage you. Fellas, you like the football will end. I promise you. And it can be taken away from you in New York just because. You like as a man will never end. Make sure your heart's not pumping Kool-Aid. Be tough. Fight hard. Be the best that you can be. Not just for yourself, but for those who you serve and those you lead. Matthew 20:28. Fellas, I want to see you guys out there competing. When it gets hot out there and you guys are ready to move, I'm going to ask you, are you ready? Are you a man or a woman? God bless each and every one of you. Let's get ready to go. Will, we're up. Here we go. Thank you.
Thank you, Coach. Stand up real quick. Shoot the running back. Hit the turf, please. Got to break up the groups real quick.
Set the cones up every 5 yards. And then I'm gonna get it.
Like we did yesterday.
Like we did yesterday.
Okay.
Do the